Welcome to What's in the Pot. I'm your host, Sean Grande, and today we are making shrimp fried rice. A little bit different than our typical shrimp fried rice. We're doing a little bit more of authentic Chinese restaurant shrimp fried rice. It's What's in the Pot. Thank you very much for tuning in to What's in the Pot. I'm your host, Sean Grande. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell if you're on YouTube, and don't forget to like our page on Facebook. But right off the bat, we're just going to start with some shrimp. I just have some regular shrimp I'm just frying up. These are some frozen shrimp and I'm just defrosting. You can use any kind of shrimp you want. So the main thing is with this fried rice is I wanted to make it a little bit more of a traditional fried rice, similar to what you would get in an Asian restaurant if you went out for dinner or if you got some takeout. So the first step is to fry the shrimp. Now you don't want to over fry, you just want to fry it till they're pink on both sides, and then we're going to take them out and start working on the rest. Now I'm going to use the same wok because it's got all that flavor from the shrimp, and I'm going to start with 3 eggs. Now the thing with this is we don't want the eggs to cook all the way through. We want them to cook to about 80%, and we just want to break the yolk. Because what happens is when we break the yolk, we're going to get that rice in there, and we're going to get the yolk and the runny egg covered in the rice. That gives a little bit more of that restaurant style fried rice. As you can see, our egg is still runny, so it's not 100% cooked. This is the perfect time to add our fried rice. Add our rice to make our fried rice. But the rice we're using is, I'm using a Thai jasmine rice. I believe it's Mahatma brand is the type of Thai rice I'm using. You can use any kind of rice you like. One suggestion is, I didn't do this, I didn't let the rice sit out long enough. I made it earlier in the morning. I let it sit out throughout the day, and I'm cooking this later on in the evening. The best thing to do is, if you're gonna make the fried rice, boil the rice the night before, let it sit in the fridge, take it out, get it to room temperature, then make your fried rice. It makes it a little bit better. It's not as sticky. To me, it came out a little bit stickier than I normally would like, but it still came out amazing. So the best thing to do is always make sure you boil your rice the day before and let it sit out. Now, one thing we want to do is we want to make sure we get all that egg incorporated with the rice. You can see any of that runniness that was in that egg is now incorporated with the fried rice. It adds a nice coating to the rice. Our first things, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'm not going to add too much salt, just a little teaspoon. The next thing is just a little bit of black pepper. If you have white pepper, I suggest go ahead and use this. This is a mixture of black and white pepper, and I'm adding 1 Maggi cube. You can use any kind of stock cube you like. I just like to add the Maggi cube to give it that nice little veggie flavor. You can use a chicken stock cube if you like as well, or even a shrimp stock cube, because we are making shrimp fried rice. So we want to make sure we give everything a good turn. As we add our ingredients, you'll see every time we add different ingredients, we're going to give it a good turn just to get all the ingredients and all the flavors and all the seasonings incorporated into the rice. The next thing I'm going to use is some of this Chinese seasoning mix. I got this from Kalu Box. I'm using about half a teaspoon. It's just a mixture of different spices like 5 spice and allspice, probably a little bit of Ajinomoto. But yeah, you just want to add about half a teaspoon. And again, as we add our seasonings, we're going to mix this up. This adds a really nice flavor, especially from that 5 spice, from that allspice. It just adds a nice Chinese food flavor that, you know, a lot of people are very familiar with. Now I'm adding 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. Now I may go ahead and add some more soy sauce later on, but I'm starting with a little bit of light soy sauce, and that's why we didn't put too much salt, because there's a little bit of the saltiness in the Chinese seasoning and also in the soy sauce. Now another thing I want to add, because I just want to just bring out a little bit more flavor into the rice, is I want to add about 1 teaspoon of this Bertie's Pimento Seasoning. If you have fresh pimentos, I love cutting up fresh pimentos and putting it in fried rice. So it just brings in a little bit of a flavor. The next step I'm going to add is I'm going to add some green onions. Green onions always, especially when you're making fried rice, go ahead and add that. It brings out the most beautiful flavor in your fried rice. If you notice, I'm not adding a lot of veggies because I just want this a very simple, nice egg fried rice with the shrimp. So once we add our green onions, we want to give it a good toss. Make sure that green onions kind of works in that flavor, because once the green onions kind of get heated into everything, it brings out a nice aroma, a nice flavor. Then we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp. And as you've seen, every time we add our ingredient, we want to make sure we give it a good turn and make sure everything gets incorporated into the fried rice and bring all these flavors together. And the last thing I'm gonna add is some sesame oil. To me, it's not fried rice or not chow mein or lao mein with a little bit of sesame oil. Sesame oil has the most beautiful aroma and it adds a nice taste. It is very oily, so you don't wanna add too much, but you just wanna add enough right towards the end so the fried rice gets that nice beautiful aroma and that beautiful taste of the sesame oil. I felt like the fried rice could have used a little bit more color, so I'm using this mushroom soy sauce. It's very strong, so you only need a few drops. And again, once you add the drops of soy sauce, now this extra step is really optional. It's up to you. If you wanted a little bit more soy sauce flavor or that darker color to your fried rice, go ahead and add that mushroom soy sauce. If not, you can just leave it as it is. But this is our final product, our shrimp fried rice. It's absolutely delicious. Perfect thing to make on a weekend or even on a weeknight. You know, you don't want to get takeout. Hey, this is going to save you a lot more money. Thank you very much for tuning in to What's in the Pot. I'm your host, Sean Grande. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram. And don't forget, if you're on YouTube, hit that notification so you know when we drop a next video. Peace.